Okay, 7.7 on page 246 is all about writing checks. And I have a whole bunch of old checkbooks that no longer have an active account to them that I'm just scratching out some information on. I don't think you guys would try to buy stuff from these accounts, and if you did, they would say that check bounced because it's not an active account anymore. But even with it being on YouTube, I scratched out the old account number and routing number, and I scratched out my address. But with writing checks, you have the date on here, you have the number amount you're paying it to. This will be where you write that number in words. You have pay the order of, so this is pay to the order of, so this is whoever you are paying. Right here is where you put your signature, and then for, or sometimes it'll say memo, right there is what you're paying for. So my first example, let's see, it says November 23rd, we're going to go with 2020. He is going to pay $42. We're paying $42.87 to Myers Department Store. And it's for linens. Okay, with all that information, what you have to do is in the date, you put the date. So it said November 23rd of 2020, even though that hasn't happened. So I'm just going to write it like this, November 23rd, 2020. With it being the year 2020, it's important to write out the whole year. Typically when it was 2019, I would just do November 23rd, 19. However, 2020 you can change up the year on. Not that I think anybody really would, but just in case. Pay the order, so it's Myers Department Store. It's hard to get it all in one line with a marker. Myers Department Store, we're paying $42.87. So you do $42.87 right there. And then on this line is where you write it in words. So you write out the $42. And then you put 87 over 100 because you have 87 pennies over 100 pennies. And then you draw a line through the rest of it. It was for linens. And then on this line you put your signature. So for me it's Jamie Braniff. Just like so. And my check is completely written out. So, in the old days, I used to use one of these before I got into online banking. And so I would change this up. I still keep these, but I don't use them anymore. But when you're just starting to use your own account, it is really important to keep record of what you spend. So on here, if this was a real check, I would put item number, that's going to be your check number. So mine would be 131. Date is 11/23. Description of transaction, that's who you're paying. So I'd put Myers Department, and I might just leave it at that since I don't really want to go further. So if it's a payment, that means you're giving them money. If it's a deposit, that means you're getting money back. So in our case, we're doing a payment. So it's a withdrawal from your account of $42.87. There's no deposit, and then you would put your remainder of your balance. So say I started my balance with $100. Then to find out how much money I have left in my account, all I have to do is 100 minus $42.87. So cross that out, turn it to a 9, 9, 9, 10. 10 minus 7 is 3, 9 minus 8 is 1, 9 minus 2 is 7, 9 minus 4 is 5. Up. So I have a remainder balance in my account of $57.13. So I know this is just a good way to keep track of how much money you have left. I used to do it when I was in high school. Now I just look at my online banking and it has something kind of similar to this, and I'll look, oh, okay, that check came out, or that check hasn't came out yet, and so this is how much money I have to work with. On your assignment, I want you guys to do the practice problems. So you will be writing out checks. So number 1, you will use this check. And notice your name's not going to be whatever your name is. It's going to be Daniel Forbes or Dolan John or Emma John, whichever one you choose. So you have to do a different signature for it each time. So 1 goes with 1, 2 goes with 2, 3 goes with 3, 4 goes with 4. And then you have a few questions on the bank. And this time or on the back, sorry. This time you get to decide. And you get to actually pay for it yourself. So on the line, you need to write your own name. We're going to skip sharpening skills until the following day. So it's just going to be the practice problems for today.